Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Dishonored. We were just about to say goodnight to Emily, because it's been such a long time since we've spoken to her.
I'm working
Piero.
on a new arc pylon. It will perform absolutely stunning acts of destruction, I expect.
Piero, come on, my friend.
I'm a natural philosopher, but today, consider me a humble craftsman here to serve.
Will do. What do you have for me, friend? New upgrade available. The blueprint you've brought to Piero unlocks this upgrade. Boot Stealth 1. What does that do? Reduces footstep sounds. Done. Without question, I have so many coins. Yes. Ooh, I will be so silent, so deadly. I've used my pistol once. I suppose I can use it again. We will increase our bullet capacity twice. Oh, and that does not leave us enough to upgrade our pistol. But we did get Merchant of Disorder. Wonderful. Alright, so we did upgrade a little bit. A second solution. Did we already read this? Yes, we have already read this. We will eat what I assume to be Piero's dinner. The door to nowhere. Dead counter responsibilities. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of a growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades, in most matters of edict or curfew enforcement. These officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command of situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in the common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and, if accepted for the 2-week training tour, pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. And yes, we have already read that one before. So it looks like we've read all of this. Does Piero have anything new to say?
Logic is flawed, anyone can see that. And not an original idea to be heard. His notes are a mess if he even keeps them. How he got this far is anyone's guess. He says what they want to hear. Friend of the rich. That's his method. Sokolov's true genius is pampering the aristocracy. Fools.
Ooh, it looks like Piero has no respect for the young gentleman. I believe our dear young Emily lives up here. I believe. I don't know actually where they put her, believe it or not. Not far enough. There. Emily, wonderful!
Please be as quiet as you can. It took forever for Emily to fall asleep.
It doesn't look like she's
Poor
having
dear.
good dreams.
It's okay, Emily, I'm here. She seems happier when you're here. Though I know you have important things to do. Out there, in the city.
No, I came to visit my young friend. And to apparently acquire Tivian ore.
There's hardly a need to work on table etiquette. She knows it all, even if she chooses not to employ it. She'd rather hold her spoon by the wrong end and pretend it's a sword. Then suddenly she changes and she's all manners, asking for a tea party. I tried to oblige her, but I have little to work with. No proper plates. Instead of a cloth napkin, I've only the bar rack. Ale mugs instead of teacups. I've asked for things befitting her, but they have their minds on other things.
Of course they do.
For now, Emily and I decided to make a pretend dinner using paper and little things she's found here and there. On the floor, I suppose. Not right for a princess, but it'll have to do.
Too bad.
She still has bad dreams. Though it's understandable given all she's been through. Sometimes she calls out your name. Sometimes she cries for her mother.
Well, that's because she was there when her mother was stabbed to death.
Please leave a candle for me. It gets dark in here and I can't see my mother. I just want a candle. Where is Corvo?
Poor Emily. I will leave her dinner. I will not steal her dinner. I'm not hungry anyway. Soon it will all be over. For better or for worse. Oh, it looks like my bed almost leads directly to her room. Wonderful. If for no other reason than it makes for easier access if I ever need to go and rescue her from somebody. Alright, to sleep then. Time to rest. Now it's time to slice up some of our friends.
You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here.
Good call.
Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
Yes, please enjoy. I don't need to be here. Whoa. Besides, I have some cutting to do on a gentleman by the name of Sokolov. Teague Martin to be High Overseer? Lydia.
Well, Mr. Sokolov has certainly recovered. A good night's sleep has left him with an appetite.
Let us see how he likes the taste of my blade. Well, if heroes can make puns, I can make puns too. Before we make puns, let us have a look about. I know it's rather odd to be taking things of money from people who you technically are trying to help and who are your friends, but I don't think it differentiates where you acquire the equipment from. The Pendleton votes. Havelock, brave sir, the Lord Regent is furious about losing the most recent vote at Parliament. He was counting on the support of the Pendleton family and expected limited resistance. Just as you said it would, losing the Pendleton voting bloc has really slowed him down. And since the Lord Regent's defense budget failed as well, he's getting desperate financially. It seems that most of the coin he's using to keep the City Watch going is coming from a close ally. We suspect it's a powerful noblewoman who is perhaps his mistress. I'll try to dig up more information. As we know, if the watch doesn't get paid in coin and in elixir, their loyalty will start to crumble. Your friend on the inside. Ooh, we have a friend. The Gaffer's Tale. Empty bottle. It looks like our dear Havelock tends to drink a bit. Okay, where to next? Ah! What is happening?
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock.
Mm-hmm.
The tumblers, shaped like snowflakes. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock.
I know that.
Just, looking through the lock.
You know, Piero, I admire your attempt at honesty, but you did lie to me. And if you weren't my equipment man, I might just rip out your throat right here. But I will say I'd rather you don't spy on people, Piero.
I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion.
You'll have my discretion, Piero. You'll have my discretion. Cecilia! Hello, Cecilia.
The young lady Emily was trying to sneak into your quarters while you slept, sir. I don't think she meant any harm.
No, she didn't. That's why I allowed her in. Litany of the White Cliff. Pardon me, Cecilia? See, now I'm curious. I just scolded Piero. And I'm wondering if perhaps maybe I can do the same thing. So, for the purpose of game mechanics only, because knowing what I know, you won't be able to see anything anyway. Yes, see?
Attention Dunwall citizens.
Okay.
You are required to boil
So, my
any
hypocrisy
water
level has
from the
just
fountain
increased,
or
but
the
that's
river.
okay.
Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the watch.
At least Piero tries. Lord Pendleton. I still don't trust you, sir.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time.
You are a strange man. Not that
It's
your
not
brothers
that
are
I
any
object
better.
to holding him hostage for a while, since he's been aiding the Lord Regent. But it's a shame. I always found him rather charming.
Yes, well, they found Rasputin charming too, but all the things they had to do to him to make him stop twitching
Royal
kind of
physician,
denotes.
I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
Bah! I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying this city.
You put his cell over access to the sewers.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactics.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague. I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
Perhaps then you can help me.
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
We'll not feed him to the rats.
Curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
Strange. Talk to Piero and buy a bribe. If I have the money for a bribe.
I'll leave it to you. But if you get tired of questioning Sokolov, I'll let you know that his taste for King Street brandy is legendary. I think Piero has a bottle. It might help persuade him. If not, well, call me if it gets entertaining.
I'd rather not to watch you touch yourself while I'm stabbing a man in his loins. It's a Mysteries Appendicia. I've already read that. Strange. Cape of Teeth map. Who stays out here? Strange. But I'll take the map. Wallace, you have never met, sir. Who
Say what you will. The royal physician knows his wine.
Fair enough.
Not since the days at the Academy have I seen such.
I'm assuming you mean me flying through a window at high speed. Piero, I just came up here to talk to you. Please, do not walk away.
It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
I know your secret. How much for the brandy? Really? That's expensive? Mine, good sir. Mine indeed. Thank you. It seems uncouth to go back through the window, but there is a balcony here, so why not? Besides, you get to your destination slightly faster when you fly through the void. It is your lucky day, Sokolov. Have yourself some brandy, sir. Tell us what we want to know.
King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight? The timing is perfect, Corvo.
Yes.
But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
That won't bother me.
You already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
Yes.
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the ground. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, you'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
Oh, it will, dear sir, it will. Do you have any secrets for me, Sokolov?
I swear I never saw her face. Although I can vouch that her hindquarters are the finest in the city. And perhaps the Empire itself.
I'll be perfectly happy to walk around a ball staring at women's asses until such a time when I find out whether or not they're pretty. Comparing...
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight.
Yes,
I
sir.
have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
Well, I suppose since I'm going there anyway...
I knew Sokolov would see reason and tell us what we need to know. He never actually liked the Lord Regent.
Sokolov has a book, and I know this may sound very strange, but Sokolov has a book, and he has sewer access. Those two things combined make me a curious fellow. I don't believe there are any more weepers down here that we have to be concerned with, so now all I have to do is find out which direction that sewer access grate is in. No, it's not this way. It'd be closer to this direction, so it doesn't look like it actually has access to this sewer. Because it would be roughly above me around in this area, or farther in that direction, and that direction leads out to Samuel. So, no good going that way just yet. Really. Sometimes I wonder why I even try. Alright. Well, we are all loaded up, ready to go.
Have you ever been in a sea battle?
Of course.
Emily!
Did you ever see pirates? And did you sink any?
Of course. Dozens. Oh, yes. But that's not for young girls to hear about.
But I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to sink lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
No.
Of course.
I knew it! I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want. Is that true?
Yes. Mostly. Maybe we should be quiet now.
Very well.
Emily. Emily, wait. Talk to me. Oh, well, fine. Don't talk to me.
Everything was so fancy at the Golden Cat, but in a different way than the palace was fancy. The old Madame Prudence said that all the ladies are princesses and the men come to admire them.
Admire is not the word I would use. Sokolov technology and the New Age. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technology is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks to process whale oil. We have already read this. Stop rearranging your books and confusing me. Alright, so we are all stocked up for as much as we can be. Looks like we have our task, which is to go and have ourselves a wonderful time at a party and then stab a woman to death. But, them's the breaks, I suppose. Let us go talk to Samuel. Samuel, good day, sir.
The Boyle costume ball, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
I absolutely am, Samuel. Let us go. You've learned that the Lord Regent's strongest support supporter is Lady Boyle. However, 3 women in the Boyle family are referred to as Lady Boyle. The wife of the late Lord Boyle and his sisters. Sokolov painted Lady Boyle from behind under unusual circumstances and does not know which is actually the Lord Regent's ally. You're being sent to the posh Boyle estate on the night of the costume party in order to determine which Lady Boyle you must eliminate. Well, if it were up to me, all 3 Boyle women might not make it out of this tonight.
The Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight.
Tall boys.
Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. Good news is, once you get to the party,
oh dear Lord,
yours, let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
Yes, sir, Samuel. I'd rather have you piloting the boat. Once again, you are the only gentleman that I still currently trust in this group of swarthy individuals that I find myself in. Tall boys. This is going to be an entertaining run. But prior to that, we're going to go ahead and pause here. So once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me for Kilobyte Short on this Let's Play of Dishonored. And I will see you next